Hello everyone, this is Korith Landwalker, and tonight we have yet another exciting episode in Star Trek Online. As a informative note, it appears that in about 5 or 6 days, a little over 5 days, a little under 6, we will be having the 12th anniversary event in Star Trek Online. And that also means there will be a new episode released at that time. I'm on the fence as to whether or not I'll bring Tel-El out of retirement briefly to do that episode on stream or not. I'm still kicking it around, haven't decided. It might, wreck the flow of activity for Jadan, but it would be kind of nice to actually do an episode live as it happens. Just saying. We'll come back to that. In the meantime, last week, Zidane was present at the big moment where Republic, Empire, and Federation basically called a truce with each other, allowing them to work together against the new enemy that's been, kind of revealed, who wiped out pretty much most of the Klingon High Council. Strangely, Zidane's application was not accepted. You're chummy with the Chancellor, you've saved the Empire on any number of occasions, and yet he won't give you a seat on the High Council. Of course, admittedly, Zidane is kind of a houseless warrior, so I get it. Still, I tried. Also of interesting note, tragically, during the celebrations that happened at the Kronos Great Hall, my Dr. Thrak over here had a little too much to drink, so I'm afraid he died. Hey, I did say I was going to do something like this sooner or later, didn't I? Thrak is gone. Now, they say that there was no nefarious cause behind it, but then again, this was done by my new doctor, Dr. Sarek, who is also a Gorn, but he's also more old school Gorn. We're talking the classic Gorn here. And he is now going to be picking up that spot in the away team. Now, how well he'll do remains to be seen. I'm also going to take the opportunity, while I'm thinking about it, to do a couple promotions. I mean, after all, okay, I can't really do much with Balera. She's already high as she can get. Lieutenant for Siege. We'll at least bop up Sarek. I've got all this expertise to work with, so why not? And you know what? Let's give him a little more authority as our doctor, and we'll make him Lieutenant Commander. I am surprised I haven't bumped Valkrev up, so let's get her promoted up. And we'll put her all the way to Commander too. She's earned it. So, we've had a little bit of a rotation of the bridge crew. More may still be on the way. Stay tuned. After all, Balera's odds of survival, maybe not looking good. Hey, Legend Eternal, how are you doing this evening? I hope things are going well on your end of the monitor, despite your sad devotion to a heap of garbage starships from another game. You'll also notice that I've taken some time to do a little bit of redesigning on some of the uniforms being used by my bridge crew, because I felt it was time for them to break out of generic looks and look unique. Doing Tarkov. Ah, yes, your current game of the month. Go forth, try not to die. We'll hit some of the administrivia. We'll get my research for my engineering, which is slowing down dramatically. I did look into the exchange on getting a couple research lab guys, but they're a little pricey. But then again, maybe the price has gone down since the last I looked, so we can always look. Lurking a little. Okay, well, you know what? There is nothing wrong with doing the lurk. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the exchange, which is all the way back here. And we're just going to take a quick peek and see if there's any affordable research lab guys. I'm betting the answer will be no. No, we're still looking at the 40,000 guys, and, well, you know, 40,000 is a bit much when it's a significant portion of my funds. But, you know, won't rule out the possibility of someday. In any event, thanks to the Undine attack on Kronos and Earth, we're all one big happy... Okay, maybe not happy, but at least we're not at war with everybody now. Now we are laser focused on the Undine enemy. And possibly what other problems might develop. Also, while I'm thinking about it, let's grab some of these duty officer assignments. Ah, new bridge officer that got recruited. Blue quality though, so I'm probably not going to use them. But I might convert them into a training manual somewhere along the line. Let's see. Let's get medical shifted over to Sarek. He's our chief medical officer now. No assignments on this map. No big surprise. And Kagan doesn't really have any good marauding missions rolling here. Well, you know what? That's okay. We are not yet through. So, here we are in the Delta Quadrant, and we're going to have a little bit of a chat with the fellow over here, Galera, who is the Klingon representative here, the Klingon Intel representative, who is going to give us our marching orders as we exit the Genolan Dyson Sphere, our current location, and into the Delta Quadrant. What does Galera have to say?
Admiral Tuvok has requested that you meet Voyager in the Solarian system. I believe he requires your assistance with a personal issue. While you're there, you should be able to get a briefing on the current state of the Delta Quadrant.
Now, how's that for a briefing? Nice, short, and sweet. It's a single-player mission, so even if I wanted to, I'd be on my own. We get the usual trifecta: experience, expertise, and dilithium. And this catchy, fluidic anti-proton assault dense beam weapon. Hey, more guns. I'll take them. Before we do anything else, though, let's hop over here into my Klingon receiver and see where we stand as far as my melee kills. Still 61 to go. I didn't really take out as many as I was hoping last week. Had all these people with phasers and disruptors and all that firing weapons around. I couldn't really rack up the melee kills. Man, this last 100 melee kills is being rough. Likewise, the whole ambush kills also slowing down. I keep forgetting to go back into cloak and then uncloaking and blowing people up. It's all on my list. It's all on my list. Still not claiming all these still open guys because I want to get myself a bit higher so I can get the maximum potential boxes of equipment that I possibly can. Same with these guys down here. These guys will give... Well, actually, these guys will just give marks, won't they? No, they're equipment. So I am in no particular hurry. That's weird. Oh, I bet I didn't get this one because I skipped that one container mission that I couldn't do. Well, you know what? We'll see where things go tonight. If I have spare time, maybe we'll try to take care of that one mission and wrap that up. It's that mission where I basically have to have a whole bunch of people around me to do the job. But of course, if there's more people around me, there's more chances that I won't get credit for the kills that I need to succeed in that mission. Sometimes it gets complicated. And the rest of this stuff is still, you know, ongoing. Alright. Let's go to the Delta Quadrant. I am, as usual, flying my Katinga-class battlecruiser, buffed up for the 2410 campaigns. That's right, during the last couple of missions we kind of kicked over the year from 2409 to 2410. So, the fun begins. This is technically the legendary D7 battlecruiser, Intel battlecruiser. And because I've gotten to level 45, well, actually because I've got to level 40, I've unlocked all of its slots. I'm still working on the whole Starship Mastery thing because, you know, need more experience points. But with the bad guys that are going to be coming up against in the not too horribly distant future, we might be able to get there. The next unlock will be damage resistance for energy and radiation, which will be useful. Most of my equipment is at tier 9 or higher, with the exception of a deflector dish and a shield that is, even at Mark 6, still better than most of the equipment out there. I wonder what this would equip. I wish I could tell how much this would actually upgrade to. It would go up. It would be even crazier. One of these days, I might have to actually try upgrading the shield here too. Do I have a shield tech? No, I do not. But if I ever do, that could be a really scary prototype shield. I mean, it's already better than most of the shields that you'll get from drops or for rewards at Mark 12 or higher. Imagine how much crazier it'll be if you upgrade this thing. Okay, enough stalling. Exit the Jenolan Dyson Sphere. And hey, does this look familiar? How's this for a homage?
It's been 32 years since Voyager finished its journey.
We thought we had left the Delta Quadrant behind us.
You were wrong.
The gateways to the Quadrant are open.
And the choices we made have long-lasting effects. Now, we will help the friends we left behind.
And fight the rising darkness.
Voyager's first trip through the Delta Quadrant was a solitary one.
We must return to set things right.
This time, we must unite to survive.
So as you can see, when they had this expansion rolled out, they spared no expense to grab a very significant number of the original actors behind the characters of Star Trek Voyager. And shockingly, I know, it's a shock. We will be interacting with a great number of them. Now that said, obviously they didn't get everybody. B'Elanna never showed up. Tom Paris is... Let's just say we're going to hold off on that, explaining that one for a while. Chakotay, Janeway, all MIA. Probably because, you know, money. It's always money. It is always money. Okay, so, as we can see from the little blurb here, the Jenolan Dyson Sphere, first discovered by the USS Jenolan in 2294, this Dyson Sphere was moved from the Alpha Quadrant to its current location by the activation of an Iconian gateway. The gateway is now one of the ones that allows ships of Operation Delta Rising to move quickly from quadrant to quadrant. And we are going to go to the Solarian system. Before I do that, though, let's see if there's any marauding assignments I can grab here. No, of course not. Well, maybe I can get some from the first officer now. Well, it looks like it's a yes and no. I've got a couple. Let's grab those. This is not doing wonders for my feeling of getting to rank 4 in marauding, however, because we are crawling our way to get to rank 2. And rank 4 is what has to be unlocked to hit the big Klingon recruitment unlock, whatever it unlocks. And I'd really like to get there too, because it would also give me an additional bonus. If you get to the top rank on marauding, you actually open up recruitment of an opposing faction species bridge officer. So I could get a human, a Trill, and Dorian. Can't recall what else is available. This was way back when they put it together way back when the whole diplomacy system was very different. In fact, it was so different that there wasn't even a marauding thing. It was only for the Federation who could do it one direction. The Klingons didn't have any equivalent at the time until they made duty officers. Okay, now we're going to transwarp our way to the Solarian system, because honestly, I don't care how close it is, we're just going to zap ourselves there. The Solarian system consists of a binary star with 4 uninhabitable Class N planets and an outer Jovian body. No attempts have been made to settle this system due to its harsh conditions and proximity to Borg space. Well, that sure feels good, don't it? So, let's see what the Admiral wants to jaw about.
Greetings. Admiral Tuvok is waiting for you in the conference room.
It is a weird feeling to be beaming aboard a Starfleet vessel without the intent of carving up every living being on board. War makes for strange bedfellows. Okay, Lieutenant Commander.
Welcome aboard, sir. If you'll come with me, I'll take you to Admiral Tuvok. He wants to see you right away.
Yeah? Why?
What would you like to know?
Why does he want me here?
The Admiral is trying to track down Dr. Cooper. He thinks that Cooper is the key to this conflict with the Undine. He hasn't explained why yet, but he says that your assistance is crucial.
Okay,
What
I
would you
get
like
that.
to know?
What do you know about the situation here?
Unstable, but not totally out of control. The Borg have suffered setbacks on multiple fronts. They're being pressed hard by the Voth, the Undine, and various liberated elements. The Voth are mostly bottled up in their home space and in the Solanae Dyson Sphere. We've established some connections with a few of the locals, such as the Kobali and the Talaxians. Of course, there are still troublemakers out here. The Kazon, the Hirogen, the Malon, and there's a new power player we're very concerned about. Whoever they are, they're picking off systems left and right. Even the Krenim weren't a match for them. We need to find out who they are and what they want. What would
So
you like to
obviously
know?
things are a little unsettled. So You know, I'm not even going to ask about bringing the Voyager out here. Talking about a 30-year-old ship seems really inappropriate when I'm flying a ship that, you know, was designed all the way back over 130 years ago. So we're going to skip that question entirely. That'll just give me egg on my face.
Sorry we don't have time for a tour, but the Admiral insists he needs to speak with you right away.
Darn. Not being taken on a tour of a Starfleet vessel, which would have been useful intel. Then again, it is a 30-some-year-old ship, so, you know, we probably know all about it anyway. Especially since it was around back when the Klingons and the Federation were buddy-buddies.
The Admiral is waiting for you in the ready room.
Yes, I can see that. And this is going to be the spot of one of the more entertaining bugs in the game once we get there, but we'll cover that later. In the meantime, wake up, Admiral!
Greetings. Thank you for coming so promptly. We do not have much time, and I require your assistance.
Such as?
I am still under telepathic assault by the Undine we know as Cooper. He has found some means to greatly increase his psionic power, and I cannot withstand his assault indefinitely. I will need your help to repel Cooper's attack and counter him.
That sounds rough.
What else do you need to know?
So how am I going to help you?
I have been able to deflect Cooper's attacks thus far, but I require assistance to repel him and gain any useful information. I propose initiating a Vulcan mind meld through which you will be able to enter my mind and aid me against Cooper.
You want to meld with me. You are desperate.
What else do you need to know?
Wouldn't you, you know, find an expert on this sort of thing? You know, I suppose if I poke around my crew, I'm sure I could find somebody who's somewhat, you know, telepathic.
Your prior experiences with Cooper should allow your subconscious mind to hone in on him. An outsider who has never encountered him before would have no such connection and could never hope to find him.
Sure.
What else do you need to know?
A lot, but that'll do for now.
My mind to your mind. Your thoughts to my thoughts.
It's in my eye! I only have one eye to work with! I'm sorry, I just couldn't help that. Graphically, that's that one finger in the one eye I have left. Okay, this is sort of surreal. You are in a dimension of not only sight and sound, but of the mind. There's a signpost up ahead. Oh, wait, that's probably honing too close into trademarked phrasing. I should probably stay away from that. What is going on here? No sign of Tuvok. Nobody else. Looks like I'm alone here. Well, I'm not going to stick around here. Let's get out of here. Why is this locked? Who freaking locks sickbay? I should calm down. This is supposedly Tuvok's brain I'm piddling around in. Omega symbols. That means that the consoles are probably locked out too. Yep, locked out. Maybe I can get their hologram. They're supposed to have some holographic doctors on their Federation ships these days. Maybe I can get one to talk. Please state the nature of the medical emergency.
Please state the nature of the medical emergency.
Yeah, I'm stuck. I want out. Can you override?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? First, I need to make sure you're not contagious or suffering from any injuries. This will only take a moment.
I am in the peak of health. In fact, I guess I'm not actually. I don't have peak health. Okay, maybe I'm a little less than peak health. Hey, why is one of my personal space crates missing? You know, one day, just one day, I would like to see these space traits not vanish on me. Frass 'em. And I don't even remember what I had just. We'll grab the defense one right now because or maybe I'll do the crippling fire actually. That might be more useful.
Don't be difficult. I'm only doing my job. Engineers and captains, always in a hurry to get out of sick bay.
Yeah, well, there's a reason for that. I am in a hurry. Open the door.
You're not going anywhere. Doctor's orders.
Okay, well, you know what? Maybe I get to indulge my fantasy of carving up you people after all. Just so you know, it wasn't so long that...
Come speak to me at the desk terminal.
Well, a familiar voice. And we've got a little terminal sitting here.
The mind meld was successful. Excellent. I am currently trapped in the ready room. For the moment, I will only be able to communicate with you remotely. Cooper is working to subvert my mental defenses, and I must focus my concentration on keeping my mind intact.
So you're saying I need to kill my way to the ready room to get you out?
No. Cooper is trying to erode my emotional control. Symbolically, this means that he must destroy Voyager. To do so, he is attempting to overload the warp core. You must proceed to engineering to stop Cooper from destabilizing the warp core. If he is successful, he will have broken down my mental control systems. Once the core and my mind are protected from Cooper's attacks, then we can take control of this mindscape. Take the pad from the doctor's office. I will use it to communicate with you as you proceed.
You know, we have communicators.
Remember, objects have symbolic significance in this mindscape. As an outsider in my mind, your ability to communicate with me directly is limited. Your communicator is part of your mind, and so it cannot interact with me directly while Cooper tries to keep us separated. The pad is part of my mind, so I can use it to bridge the gap between us.
You know, I'm beginning to hate telepathy. Fine.
The mind meld was successful. No.
Yes, I got it the first time. Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Good. Now we will be able to remain in contact. Proceed to engineering.
Ah! What the... What was
Cooper
that?
is attempting to subvert my mental defenses by replacing my memories with engrams from his bioship. Until he is expelled, these kinds of incursions will continue. You may see strange items or distortions in your surroundings. Ignore them and proceed as best you can. Remember Kiri Kintha's first law of metaphysics. Nothing unreal exists.
Nothing unreal exists. God, Vulcan philosophy. I prefer the Klingon philosophy. Hack at it until it stops moving. Well, at least we got a turbo lift here. Let's see. Engineering.
Cooper is trying to overload the warp core. You must keep it stable.
Yeah, I caught that the first time. Let's get going. Something odd around here. Oh! Okay. Cooper has a sense of humor. Pesky optical illusions. This isn't right.
The mindscape is a simulacrum. Cooper may move elements to suit his needs, or try to stop you. Certain areas may be blocked or damaged, or even transformed. Do your best to reach your destination. Cooper cannot simultaneously attack an area and conceal it.
Yeah. I could ask him Tuvok why he can't, you know, fiddle with things so that things go my way, but I guess that would be asking a lot. Well, there's the warp core, and
What are you doing here?
looks like one of those Starfleet people again.
What are you doing here? This area is very dangerous. The core is unstable.
Where's your engineer? You look like an ensign, judging from your rank insignia.
Vilana, I don't know if she should be here, but it's far as I can tell, everything on Voyager's about to fall apart, and I'm the only one here. Stay back. I'm going to put a force field around the core while I try to stabilize it. It won't contain a core breach, but it might block some of the radiation if the magnetic stabilizers give out.
Yeah, I have a better suggestion. Let me at it.
I've almost got this. Just keep back. It will only take a few more minutes.
Ensign, I outrank you. Admittedly, it's a different fleet entirely, but I still outrank you. So let's get some little cooperation here.
You are stupid, aren't you? Only people the Vulcan melded with should be here. Not everyone on Voyager is part of Tuvok's warped little subconscious. Some of us are far more exceptional.
Oh, you just identified yourself as a target.
I'll destroy you.
No,
And
you won't.
Tuvok's mind with you.
I'm gonna chop you into little bits.
He has raised his defenses to protect himself. Use one of the engineering consoles to press your attack.
Sure, because, you know, I'm known for my engineering prowess. Let's see. Turn on the safeties. Oh, we're not done, boy. We're not done by half.
You
He has
can't
raised
stop
his defenses
this.
to protect himself. Use one of the engineering consoles to press your attack.
Alright, let's see if this console gives me any better luck. Hello? Take another hit, human.
Quickly use the controls to restore the warp core. This will strengthen my mental defenses.
Alright, let's see if we can make it stable.
Excellent. With my mental defenses stabilized, we should have additional time to fend off Cooper's intrusion. Head to the crew decks. Inside of my memories exist fragments of personalities from any person with whom I previously experienced a mind meld. You may be able to find someone whose personality is not wholly part of my mind, and thus not susceptible to Cooper's influence.
Oh, good. I'm sure I'll be able to figure that out with no problem. Because, like I mentioned, I'm an expert at psionic stuff. Not! Grumble, grumble, grumble. Ah! Yeah, ignore his distractions and proceed to crew deck. Yeah. I'm beginning to reconsider my stance on letting Vulcans live.
You may be able to find a fragment of a personality from an element. People with whom I have previously melded have left impressions of their chakras in my mind. You may be able to convince one to assist you. Because they are not technically me, Cooper's ability to subvert them may be limited.
Yeah, it's worked out so well with your doctor and that ensign boy. Oh, I suppose it could be worse. Well, this doesn't look like the captain.
What is happening? What am I doing here? Who are you? I require specifics. Answer me.
Yeah, Tuvok's in trouble. He's being locked in the ready room. Evil telepathic aliens want him. Want to come with?
I have no reason to trust you, but this seems familiar somehow. Why am I in the crew quarters? I should be in my regeneration alcove.
Here. You talk to him. You work it out between the two of you.
7. You are currently experiencing an enigmatic regress as a result of a Vulcan mind meld. You must assist me in reasserting control over the meld. I am currently locked in the ready room next to the bridge. Exercise caution as species A472 has subverted the vessel.
See, so why don't we go to the bridge, wipe out all the Undine over there, get Tuvok out, and tap a barrel of Warnog. I'm glad you agree. Well, I can't go out that way. I'm pretty sure this isn't what's
That is
supposed to
Borg
be.
technology. But the presence of the collective will not dissuade us. Assimilation is irrelevant.
Okay. I mean, I agree, but... Oh, Undine. Assimilated Undine. Well, that's okay, because I don't need to recalibrate melee weapons. Yeah, get
Seemingly
those melee kills.
Maybe a reflection of the unconscious fears of species 8472.
I approve of things that frighten the enemy. In fact, I would really like to have them be frightened of me. Oh, more of those weird bioship things. Where'd 7 go? That's her problem.
Oh, you're here.
Well, hello, Cooper.
Let's just get this over with.
I agree, Cooper. Let's. Fall down, you evil scum vermin. Use some of those kit abilities, get myself whatever buffs I
will
can out
secure
of
the
here.
bridge while you release Tuvok.
Very well. Well, Tuvok, you look like you're in a little bit of a pickle here, don't you? Out you go, Tuvok. Take control.
With Cooper defeated, he should no longer be able to maintain the telepathic link with my mind. For the time being. We must end the mind meld and consider our next course of action. Now that we have removed Cooper's influence, it is time to break the link between he and myself.
Then do so. Well, back again, back again.
With Cooper's attack temporarily halted, we are in a position to slow the advance of his Undine forces. Please accompany me to the bridge.
Very well. And may I just say, let's not do that again anytime soon.
We still do not have a fix on Cooper's whereabouts. I will contact Starfleet for any current information about Undine movements. Use the sensors to check for their quantum signatures. Voyager's sensor array is currently calibrated for tracking Undine movements, so you should be able to garner results quickly.
Sounds straightforward enough. I admit that I'm not up on using Starfleet equipment, but I should do okay. That's not good. And probably not a coincidence. Tuvok, either something broke or we have a bigger problem.
You should return to your ship. While I am somewhat fatigued as a result of the mind meld, I believe that I can continue in my duties on Voyager while we plan our next steps.
Yeah. Your Omega protocol is kicking on, just like it was when I was over in sickbay in your mind meld.
We must still be in the meld. Cooper is trying to deceive us. He needs to break the link clean, but lacks the strength to confront us directly.
So we're in a meld within a meld? It's like Vulcanception. Maybe not. What do we do?
You don't belong here.
Oops, we have trouble. Well, Lieutenant Commander, I enjoyed having your tour earlier, but if you're going to shoot phasers at me, I'm afraid I'm going to have to do something a little more violent. Nice gun. Where can I get one?
We should use the link to our advantage. If we can track Cooper through the link, we can then pursue him in the physical realm. Since the mindscape deals in symbolic representations, we need a map to his location. We should proceed to astrometrics.
Very well. Once I figure out where the heck your turbolift hides. Here we go. Have I mentioned how much I hate your ship? Actually, I hate your
Cooper
mind.
is trying to block your progress. Look for another path.
Yeah, a brick wall. You guys are funny. Oh, look. The console. Yeah, I wasn't here before. Big shock. And what the heck? I don't know who they are, but they're attacking me, so they all get to get carved up.
In 2375, Voyager encountered a malfunctioning Borg vinculum that had been turned into a trap by species 6339. This vinculum caused other personalities from the collective to surface in 7 of 9. I entered a mind meld with her in an attempt to stabilize her personality. These people are echoes of the personalities of people assimilated by the Borg. They are not truly aware, knowing only that they desire to escape. It may be helpful to think of them as ghosts, metaphorically speaking, of course.
I ain't afraid of no ghost. Why does that sound so familiar? Oh, we have a door over here.
Cooper is attempting to distort
And
your
it's another
path again.
brick.
Keep searching.
Your Cooper has a interesting sense of humor. There's a sign here, but I'm not sure what it's saying. Oh, and more of those people, so I imagine any moment now they're going to go nuts on us. Sooner or later, we're bound to find astrometrics.
I sense we are making progress. Keep
More brick
searching.
walls. Yeah, I'm not horribly in love with the situation here, Tuvok. I mean, this place is like a weirdness magnet. Oh, we've got Void out there. Okay, now here comes what I consider one of the most entertaining aspects of this mind meld. Watch this. We're going to unlock the lab. Working. Engage the manual unlock. Manually unlocking. Charge flume capacitor. Oh. Priorities. Charge flume capacitor. Generating flume. Descale herring. Descaling. Recouple the decouplifier. Recoupling. And the old ding there just is the icing on the cake. Okay, let's track Cooper down. Cartography request. Okay, let's try grid 124 octant 22 theta. According to logs, this is the location of Tuvok's previous mind meld with 7 of 9, where she suffered the forced intrusion of other minds taken by the Borg into her consciousness. The event was caused by her proximity to a damaged vinculum and is not consistent with influence from the Undine. Okay, how about the Cerberus system? After Voyager left the Cerberus system early in its journey home, Tuvok experienced a traumatic mind meld with crewman Lon Suter. At this time, Voyager had not yet encountered the Undine. Okay, how about this Class 17 Nebula? Voyager encountered a Class 17 Nebula in 2373. At this time, Tuvok was suffering from an engrammatic virus and entered a mind meld with Captain Janeway, so that the captain could help him trace and resolve the source of the virus, which extended to his tenure aboard the Excelsior under Captain Sulu. This is not related to the Undine. You know, Tuvok, you get into a lot of trouble with your mind melds, I've noticed. Okay, how about the Necrid Expanse? The Necrid Expanse is an area on the edge of Borg space, located near an unstable corridor the Undine used to make incursions into our dimension. The quantum singularities in that area of space make it easily subject to incursion by the Undine. logic suggests that this would be an ideal location for them to use as a fleet staging area. Okay, I think we've got enough info. Now here's the crazy part. We've got Mind Meld Tuvok over here, and we've got actual Tuvok over here. And you gotta wait for Mind Meld Tuvok to despawn before you can interact with real Tuvok. Oh, that cleaned up faster than usual. Let's have a chat.
This ordeal has taxed me mentally, but I must continue the mission. I have learned that Cooper is in fluidic space, in an area that corresponds to the location known in our dimension as the Northwest Passage. We must travel there and enter fluidic space to confront Cooper once more.
Northwest?
He is aboard a special command bioship.
You realize there's no compass out here.
If we catch him in fluidic space, we can force a final confrontation. Please join me on the bridge. I must focus my concentration on regaining my strength. I need you to enter our destination coordinates and make certain that there are no more surprises.
You mean like the possibility that we're still in your mind meld yet again? That kind of surprise? Oh, I suppose I should put the blade back on my back. Don't want to freak out the Starfleeters. Yo, excuse me, I'm going to enter this in. Not that I don't trust you, but I don't trust you.
Voyager will join you in the Northwest Passage. We'll leave as soon as you return to your ship. We need to hurry if we want to catch Cooper.
I like that. Time for me to return to my vessel. Which, of course, is superior to Voyager in every way.
This area of space was labeled by Commander Chakotay as the Northwest Passage. It is a corridor of space that the Borg avoid because of the high incidence of quantum singularities, which the Undine use as points of transit. Voyager encountered the passage in 2373, and Captain Janeway chose to use it to travel through Borg space. This precipitated our first contact with species 8472.
Okay, so what's the plan?
We must locate a quantum singularity that will lead us into the correct area of fluidic space. My suspicion is that Cooper is using this region as a staging ground for the vast Undine fleet, and his command bioship will be there as well. Approach each singularity and check its quantum wave signature. When we find the correct one, we will pass through.
Well, looks like we'll have to deal with the Undine first. Oh, darn. Cloak! And prepare for combat! Battle stations! This singularity is too unstable. We must keep looking. Alright, well let's go to this one over here. Mainly because I see a bioship over there and, well, it's been a while since I've blown up an Undine vessel, so... Prepare to perish, Undine vermin! I suppose we can scan the singularity while we're out of range of everybody. No-go leads to an area of dense fluidic space overgrown with coral structures. We can't use it. So far, so good. Although, if I really wanted to maximize my usage here, cloak, decloak, and go for kills that way. I do want to get those ambush kills. It'll take forever before I get to the point where I can get the next item off of that. But I'll take what I can get. Cloak up. Oh, decloak's just in time. I see Voyager's kind of fighting somebody over there. I'm a little insulted that he started without me. Whoa, Oh, here's a singularity right here in front of me.
This passage will work. Quickly, we must go through the portal.
Fine. I'm sure there'll be Undine on the other side anyway.
We need to reach Cooper's command bioship. According to my scans, he is using a modified dreadnought as a control vessel. Intriguing. Cooper's bioship appears to have nerve clusters, gyri, and structures typically associated with brain matter. While most bioships are organic, they are not aware. Rather, they are biological tissue operated by the Undine as tools. Cooper's vessel is different. It is possible that the ship is self-aware.
Excellent. Then it will fear the feeling of pain.
This would explain the increase in Cooper's telepathic abilities. Not only is his command bioship able to coordinate the entire Undine fleet, acting as a brain for the other ships, but it also amplifies his psionic power. We must gain access to the ship directly. We will need to temporarily disable its shielding mantle, so we can fire upon vulnerable sections to disable it.
You've come a long way, but as you can see, I am not unprepared for your arrival. This command bioship is unique. It is capable of coordinating an entire fleet of bioships. A fleet that will launch from the structure you see here. Even if you attack me, I suspect you will find the sheer power of my new fleet to be overwhelming.
No, I find it to be intoxicating. There will be glory here! That said, it is freaking huge. No matter. We are Klingons. We don't back down from a fight that we know we can win. For the Empire! That's right, stay put. One down, one to go. Let's see if we can make his life harder. Alright, now we need to disable the bioship somehow. This should be interesting. Disrupt shielding mantle. Well, that sounds straightforward enough, doesn't it? Well, we've opened something up. Let's see if we can break anything. Oh, it's got its own defenses still rolling here, but...
The command bioship is weakened. You must beam aboard and locate Cooper while it is possible.
Alright. Let's go.
We are close to Cooper's position, but the bioship is blocking transport in the area closest to
It's
the
interesting
central
that didn't
nexus.
let me choose my crew.
We must find control nodes that will allow us to enter the nexus. As the ship is organic, we may be able to force it open by sending impulses through certain nerve endings, thereby causing a reflex reaction, much like a sneeze.
Really, Tuvok? What's next? Are you going to suggest that we tickle it? Control nodes. Fine. Be ready, warriors, for glorious combat! For glory! For honor! For the Empire! Another group climbing down. Apparently they haven't had enough yet. Not a problem. They want more. We will deliver more. Oh, no you don't. Nuts, I think he stole my kill. So this looks like it's the... I hesitate to call it a door, but...
The muscles controlling this passage will not release. We will need to find control ganglia we can use to trigger a reflex response and open the door.
That sounds so wrong. Okay, this looks kind of important. Let's jigger it. Oh, more of the enemy. And let's jigger this one and see if that one brings more Undine. After all, I do want those melee kills. No, I guess we ran out of them. More's the pity.
Cooper should be in the chamber just beyond this door.
Hey, if this thing has a mind, can you tell it to spud out?
An intriguing notion. I shall make the attempt. You must protect me from Cooper and his soldiers while I concentrate on the mind meld. When you are ready, we shall proceed.
As long as you're not one of those people who complain every time you're scratched. Hello, Cooper. Here, let me bring some reinforcements. After all, you're likely to cheat in here, so will I. Die, Cooper! He's not dead. Well, that's annoying.
The ship is resisting the meld. I must move to another neural cluster.
Early, Tuvok. It's never simple with you, is it? Oh, look who woke up. Fall down, Cooper. Ah! Okay, I fell down.
You must protect me from Undine attacks while I concentrate.
Are you gonna whine all about through this, Tuvok? Because if you are, I will be unhappy. Well, I'm glad you two are standing around me. How about one of you, thank you, get me back up? I may have to fire somebody in the near future for that little stunt.
The ship is resisting the meld. I must move to another neural cluster. You must protect me from Undine attacks while I concentrate.
Tuvok, if you keep pointing out the obvious, I'm going to start doing something relatively violent to you. And you will not like it one bit. Oh man, he's already got me like way down there in health just off of one hit. And again.
You must protect me from Undine attacks while I concentrate.
In a minute, Tuvok, I'm going to kill you myself.
What is happening? You You did this!
My mind to your mind. Your thoughts to my thoughts.
Ooh.
Why should we listen to the weak?
You will perish when the Iconians complete your purge. To the Iconians, you are weak. We must survive. When we fight one another, we are weak. United, we are strong.
No! Don't listen to him!
We must see to our needs.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Ooh.
The many must survive.
We don't need them!
The many will be strong. The strong.
Oh, Cooper, I got a bad feeling for you here.
They are weak. I will save us.
Ooh.
What? No!
Together, we are strong. You will be repurposed.
No!
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Meanwhile, during all this, there's all sorts of carnage going on.
The Bio-Dreadnought has no intention of entering our space. Now we must return to our ships before the Undine retreat to their own fortresses in fluidic space.
Very well. Although destroying this command ship would have been a tale worthy of song.
There are no signs of Undine pursuit. Whatever the intent of the remaining Undine forces, it seems that they do not involve our dimension. As a Vulcan, I am not given to personal displays. Nonetheless, we have shared a deep connection. We will always carry a part of this experience with us. In a sense, you have become a portion of my mental defenses. Part of the ship and crew that define the most challenging aspects of my existence.
If that is true, Admiral, then you can be sure that your mind will never again be compromised, for you will have a Klingon defending it.
Our shared effort has prevented another Undine invasion, and incidentally allowed me to retain my sanity. Your contributions are appreciated. I must advise Starfleet Command of these developments. I am sure we will speak again. Until then, I am confident that events in the Delta Quadrant are in capable hands. Live long and prosper.
Kapla, Admiral. It is time to leave the system. A glorious victory today. The Undine are no longer a problem. Ooh, I do have some duty officer assignments that have wrapped up, so why don't we take care of those? Too much to hope for that there's more marauding assignments I can work with. Yeah, it was worth a shot. Do I have any recruitment things here? No and no. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
With Cooper gone, the Undine won't have a leader pushing them toward war with our forces. He was so intent on this battle. If I didn't know better, I would have thought he was Klingon.
Yeah, but he was a
I
weasel.
still don't know exactly how long Cooper had been replaced by an Undine, or if the original Cooper is still alive.
Unlikely.
Perhaps this Undine saw something during his time among the humans that convinced him the only way to secure the safety of his people was to destroy us. We know the Iconians have manipulated the Undine before. I guess that they were the ones pushing Cooper to attack. Good thing we dealt with it now, before they launched another attack on the homeworld.
Well, gotta figure, too, that if the Undine were judging the Quadrant by Cooper, he was the definition of weak. So, let's pick up all those nice little rewards there.
Congratulations, General.
Looks like I got a skill reward waiting for me. But first, I want to take a quick look at the weaponry that my people are using. Valera is currently using an exploit weapon, and this is also an exploit weapon. So you know what? I think we are going to upgrade your weapon a little bit. Play with the fluidic toys. Then we're going to purchase our skills. Oh, I've got 2 space points. I must have had another. Either I got 2 levels during all of this, or I lost track of a level somewhere along the line, which is quite possible. Shield mastery, or well, coordination protocols is silly because, you know, I'm not doing anything with hangers and all that. Could go with more power. More power! I can't ignore that. And that unlocked the little ability here. I can either increase my hull capacity, and that means more health, or I can get resistance to subsystem offline effects. Like I would choose anything else. Anything that makes me harder to kill is always appreciated. Alright. Now let us investigate a reunion.
Our first task for Delta Quadrant is rather mundane for one of your skills, but still necessary. A group of homeless aliens need a new home. A group of Talaxians living in the Antaba system are ready to move to a nearby planet. Admiral Tuvok and Voyager have gone ahead to their main asteroid base to begin the preparations for the transition. The Admiral has requested your presence as well. You two work well together. I recommend you take advantage of his expertise. There's no one who knows more about the Delta Quadrant than he does.
Yes, you're probably right. We get our usual trifecta of rewards, plus an expert universal research tech upgrade, which will be handy since I still want to get that one efficient engine ranked up. It's still on my list. And a choice of consoles. I can make bigger torpedo damage, I can increase my shield capacity, or I can give myself improved damage resistance. All of these are very attractive options. But we'll worry about that when we get there. In the meantime, let us go to this Antaba system. And because nobody wants to see me travel through sector space, BAP. Antaba, where more than 3,000 Talaxians have settled on an asteroid base in the Antaba system, where they use the asteroid's geothermal energy to melt the ice covering the surface, providing oxygen and water for the residents. The Talaxians at the colony have been sending out trade and survey ships for more than a decade, searching for an uninhabited M-class world that is similar to Talax. Oh, wow, we drop in and say hello. Although I don't have too much hope for... What's this? We've arrived at the Antaba system, sir. Our orders are to rendezvous with Admiral Tuvok on the Voyager. Setting a course to their coordinates now. Really? Does it have anything to do with those ships over there? With the ship leaking plasma? Because, you know, that sure seems suspicious to me. Cloak! Battle stations!
Voyager is under attack by the Kazon. Engines are offline, requesting assistance.
Prepare for combat! We will destroy the enemy before they have a chance to recover. Those tractor beam mines are pretty fun. And that is how the Klingons do it. USS Voyager.
Thank you for your assistance. We were en route to the Talaxian base when we were ambushed by the Kazon. The damage is relatively minor, but my crew will require time to make repairs. However, I have a personal request. The leader of the Talaxian colony served with me on Voyager. Would you be willing to take me there?
Well, since we're heading there anyway, and since your ship is a 30-year-old pile of garbage, sure.
This base is populated by Talaxians. My shipmate from Voyager, Neelix, join them before they move to this location. The Talaxians have been looking for a new homeworld for quite some time, and now they have found one.
Have they?
The Alliance's history with the relocation of the Romulans will be invaluable in this process.
All right, we're in communications range. Hail them.
Kapla! Is that right? Let me try again. Greetings, Captain. It is my honor to meet representatives of the Klingon Empire. My name is Neelix, and I served with B'Elanna Torres on the USS Voyager. I am currently Starfleet's ambassador to the Delta Quadrant. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Now, you know, he's smarter than you think he is. I mean, first, he did the research. He did the Kapla, he did the correct pronunciation, he spoke of honor, and he pointed out that he served with a Klingon. Okay, she's half Klingon, but still. That's what you call hitting all the right notes. Incidentally, yeah, I have heard of you because somebody on board the ship mentioned your name.
No matter. I've always been curious about the Klingon Empire. I even organized a Day of Honor celebration for Voyager once.
Impressive.
My link to
He
the
knows our
Alpha
holidays.
wasn't as strong as I wanted it to be, until the Genolan Dyson sphere opened a path straight to the Delta Quadrant. Now we get all sorts of news, and I'm so glad to hear that unpleasantness between the Empire and the Federation is over. I'm planning a trip to Earth to sample the cuisine. Sometime. I mean, maybe I'll go to Kronos too, but that will have to wait until after the colonization. I barely have a minute to myself anymore. There's just so much to do.
Yes, about that.
Oh, you've come to help. How wonderful. I guess the Klingon Empire is just as helpful to people in need as my good friends in Starfleet. I'm a little surprised, though. B'Elanna always said Klingons were grumpy.
We're going to get there soon. The colonization.
Ow, where are my manners? You must be tired and thirsty after your long journey. Come to the colony. We'll fix you right up. But if I could impose on you just for a small favor first. The Kazon instrument has been giving us a lot of trouble lately. We've constructed some shield generators to protect the base, but the Kazon keep knocking them offline, and all my shuttles are prepping for the colonization. Could you reactivate the shields for us?
That should be
Wonderful.
of
Just
no
find the
difficulty.
generators and start the relaunch sequence. It will take them a few minutes to get up to full strength, but that shouldn't be a problem. After that, beam down to the colony. I'll start making some nice Leola root stew for you.
Leola root. Vegetables. Come on, Klingons are carnivores. I'll tell you what. You make you can. I will have some of your root stew if you will drink some of our warnog. In the meantime, let's fix their satellites. I can see two of them conveniently. The third one seems to be a little out of the way, though. Repairs complete. The satellites received only minimal damage. Excellent. Check the next one. It's good that Volkrov is earning her keep here. Repairs complete, sir. The Kazon managed to short out the EPS conduits, but I was able to reroute the power through secondary relays. Very good. One to go. That completes all the satellite repairs, sir. Shielding systems coming back online now. Excellent. Hail the asteroid.
Thank you so much for your assistance. You may beam down to our base at your leisure. Oh, and speaking in my formal capacity as permanent ambassador, welcome to the Delta Quadrant.
Thank you. I shall be beaming down now. Yes, I would like to beam down.
So good to meet you in person. View screens are so impersonal, don't you think? May I shake your hand? If memory serves, that's how. Mr. Vulcan? Is that you, Tuvok?
And there's our
Indeed.
reunion.
It is agreeable to see you again, Felix.
What a wonderful surprise. Come, my friends, we have so much to discuss.
greet you in the name of the Klingon Empire.
You look well, Felix.
As do you. Family, children. Being here has changed me for the better.
Indeed. This colony is an improvement on your previous home.
They could probably do better.
Twice as large and completely updated. You should see the kitchen.
But you still seek a new homeworld?
Of course, children need sun and open skies. A place to put down roots.
Okay,
What was
that
that?
didn't sound right. Sir, the Kazon returned almost as soon as you transported down. We drove them off, but they got a lucky shot in at the base before they left. Sensors are showing some structural damage in the operations bay. If the Kazon return, erase them.
The operations bay? Dexter was in there.
Okay, clearly someone, one of either the wife or children he was talking about. Could go either way.
Dexter's trapped. Please, do something.
Could use a disruptor and free her there, but it might be simpler just to have her transported elsewhere. Transporter technology is so handy, isn't it?
Dex is a little dizzy, but she'll be fine. I have to stay with her, though. I'm afraid I must impose on your kindness again. Several of our systems were damaged in the attack, and I can't help fix them just now.
What exactly got broke?
Several of our systems are malfunctioning. Our communications, environmental controls, engineering, and the controls for the crane loading our ships all have been damaged.
Well, luckily, Klingons cross-train on everything, so I should be able to fix whatever damage is of... Or maybe not. Oh, this looks hazardous. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Perhaps the rest of the damage will be just as simple. Although they did say something about a crane, didn't they? Oh, well, this is closer, so we're going to go this way first. And, oh, it's another console end. Oh boy, this looks like it's really having issues. We'll scan the problem. Okay, first problem seems to be in the console's power. Okay, let's reroute the power through secondary relays. Console has an issue with the electroplasma flow. Okay, well, let's play with the rate. The isolinear chip matrix is causing several errors. Let's get that aligned. And the fuses are the last thing to go here. Get those replaced, and this console should be working again. Ha! I don't know why the engineers tell me they have to have experts fixing all this stuff. That was easy. Who needs engineers anyway? Ah, there's the crane, and it looks like it's kind of up there. Let's be creative. Okay, so much for that jump. Good thing that none of the Talaxians were watching. That could have been embarrassing. Let's fix this up. And there it goes. Literally and figuratively. So, where's our last bit of damage? Okay, seem to be in this general direction, so let's follow the nose. through here? Ah, it's a turbo lift. And I can already see it from here. That's right, you lazy slaggards. Just stand there, let this thing spark itself away. Well, then again, they're probably fixing their own stuff, so... frequency. Okay, let's see. Needs to be near 8.4, and we're at 4.5, so let's just crank this baby up and lock it in. Work complete. Now, all we gotta do is ensure that those idiot Kazon don't cause any more trouble. Oh, I accidentally hit that twice. I need a sound effect, dagnabbit. Total victory. Although they could, you know, clean the smoke out of here. Neelix, your equipment is repaired.
Thank you so much. Everything seems to be working properly now, and Dex is feeling much better. I need to take one final lap around the base and speak to a few people before we depart. Would you care to accompany me?
If it gets your people moving faster, of course. Oh, you actually mean me to lead you. Although I can follow Tuvok. Tuvok apparently knows where he's going better than Neelix does. So we're just gonna follow the Vulcan. Okay, he's just... Okay, there we go. And he's just going up there. Well, we got a guy to talk to over here, so we might as well start here.
Oh, hello! I'm preparing the most wonderful feast to celebrate the colonization of our new homeworld. And we need to gather spices for the Talaxian spice stew. I'll need ranganzo, smith basil, prishik, and some Nimian sea salt. I'm sure if you ask around, someone will have them.
So why aren't you asking around? This is what I've been reduced to.
Isn't Chef Jolax great? He's a good friend, and his falata onion crisp is superb. We're traders. A lot of people have spices. But I bet Alex, Brexa, Wixon, and Maxon can help.
A Klingon general has been reduced to fetching spices. I'm trying to evaluate where exactly I went wrong with my life to lead me here.
I haven't seen anyone like you around here before. You must be one of those visitors from the Alpha Quadrant. How are you enjoying your time here? Try the Jabellian berry salad yet?
No, I demand spices, now.
Ooh, is Jolex cooking? I can't wait. Give him this spit basil. Spice stew isn't the same without a little spit.
I'm sorry, you say a little spit?
Maxon likes his food spicy. I once saw him add amber spice to Paraka wings.
We'll pretend I know what you're talking about and move on.
Hi there. Are you enjoying your stay in the Delta Quadrant? Is there anything you need?
Yes, I demand spices. Produce them immediately.
Certainly. I have a bottle of Ranganzo from my last trading trip. I was saving it for a special occasion, and today certainly fits.
Galaxians are a warm and generous people.
You'd be amazed how little I care right now, Tuvok. Somebody in the smoky room, apparently. I'm guessing they have something smoky for their spice. I know, I'm bad. Well, this one is certainly dealing with maintenance in the Klingon-approved way. Beat on the console until it works. I approve.
Hello. You must be one of Neelix's friends from the Alpha Quadrant. Thank you for repairing our shield generators. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Yes, from one warrior to another. I demand spices for Jolin's meal. Got any around?
My mate gave me a bit of Prishik last Brixen. Would that help?
Excellent. Thank
Alex
you.
is like a mother to all the children here. She always has a bit of candy in her pockets for them.
Good luck with your battle against that console. A glorious victory undoubtedly awaits. Either that or electrocution. It could go either way. And that leaves one other person who is, I think, going to be in that turbo lift over here that's silent. Silent, but deadly. Okay, it's not really deadly. You!
Hello, friend. Are you looking for something?
Yes. I demand Nimian sea salt. If you have any, produce it now.
All I have is some Nimian sea salt. Do you need it?
No, I just asked for it because I wanted to hear its name. Yes, I want it!
Now, Wixon, he's a reliable guy. You might even say he's the Nimi salt of the earth.
Okay, I'm revising my opinion of you downward for that one, Neelix. Here, but you had better make an epic meal out of this.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll save you a bowl of stew.
I can handle any spices you've got. Astrometrics. Oh, they're in the turbo lift area. Sometimes looking at the map doesn't help you as much as you might think. And there we are.
I need to scan the route we'll take to the colony. But the Kazon attack has damaged our astrometric system. All it will tell me is how far off I am from our target position. I feel like I'm taking shots in the dark. Would you be willing to help me?
Of course, my tactical
By
expertise
adjusting
will
the
help
sensor
here.
array's pitch, up and down, and yaw, left and right, you can point the array at the target. By adjusting the force, you can change the distance the array examines. Be sure not to overshoot the target location. The array will be useless if that happens.
You may be confident that I will get you there. I'm used to figuring out the location of targets. Of course, usually I blow them up. Target must be within 1 kilometer for safe travel. Okay, what happens when we go down? Okay, down is definitely not it. We just increased the distance, so we're going to keep going until it starts going back up again. Alright, 6.4 so far. Our pitch is as good as it's going to get for now. Let's work with the yaw. Angling it right, not the way to go, so we're going to go left. And again, as far down, we're within 5. Oh, it goes right back up. So now it's time to change the force. Decrease the force first, because they said if we overshot, things would go horrible, and I just want to make sure that decreasing will get us further away. Oh, no it's not. Okay, closer. Closer. And we are locked. That should get your fleet to where you need to go.
I can't thank you enough for your help. Dex is going to be fine. The doctor says she'll be up and around in no time.
Excellent.
I need to return to Voyager. Please escort the Talaxian fleet to New Talix.
How are you going to get to Voyager, Tuvok? You needed us to bring you over here in the first place.
We can return to Voyager at your earliest convenience.
Ah!
The Talaxians
So you
have
want
much
us to
do.
drop you off there. Are you ready to beam up, Captain? Yes, I am ready. Alright, let's chauffeur the Admiral back to Voyager. Which I see is under power again. Okay, Tuvok, get out.
Thank you for all you have done for the Talaxians. I believe that they will be a valuable ally to us in the days ahead. That would not have been possible without your assistance. I am confident we will see one another again. Until then, live long and prosper.
I'm confident we'll see each other again too, Admiral, simply because you can't seem to stay out of trouble.
Our ships are ready to depart. Travel to the staging area to join us in our new adventure.
Very well. Helm, rendezvous with the Talaxian fleet. And there they are. You have nothing to fear, for you have a Klingon battlecruiser among you.
Are you ready to depart for New Talax?
Yes. Set coordinates, maximum warp. Sir, I'm detecting extremely high radiation levels in the system. Too high for a normal dispersal pattern. I'll investigate further. But first, Neelix is hailing us from the Talaxian transport vessel. On screen.
Are you detecting the theta radiation spikes? Those levels have been normal and steady for weeks now. What could have happened?
Viewers of Star Trek Voyager will probably already know what happened here, just on the phrase theta radiation. But we'll check it out. Stay here, stay out of trouble. Especially stay away from those Kazon vessels if they show up. Oh, that's an ugly little pocket of radiation, isn't it? Sir, there appears to be a high amount of theta radiation around the planet. Our scans indicate that it was recently placed here. It should not be an issue for us to remove them. But we would have to deal with whoever dumped the radiation in the first place. Neelix, do you know who would dump this stuff here?
Theta radiation can mean only one thing: the Malon. They lack the technology to recycle antimatter waste, which has led them to develop an entire industry around dumping theta radiation in various areas. We can't survive on New Talax if the Malon are going to use it as their personal garbage dump.
Well, perhaps someone needs to simply discourage them. I can guarantee you that we can discourage them. These Malon may have had trouble with one measly Federation starship, but they ain't never seen anything like a Klingon battlecruiser. Hail them.
Unknown vessel. This site is claimed by the Malon. Go find your own dump site.
This site has been claimed by the Talaxians, and there's more of them. More importantly, they also have me. Get out.
Why? I was here first. Besides, there's a neutron star near here that makes this the perfect location for our needs. Finding another would be too expensive. Tell the Talaxians to find another planet.
Now we have two options here. What do you think I'm going to choose? Yeah, I suppose the smile on my voice there kind of gives it away. Get out now, or you will be thrown out. The Malon have cut communication, sir. They're powering up weapons, but they're not a match for the Salah. Very well. Target their engines. We really don't need any worse radiation, so do what you can. Let's see. First things first. Battle cloak doesn't seem to be active. That's a little disturbing. Oh, it might be because I have that on. Cloak up. Because, again, I want to try to help out my chances of getting that bonus kill for my Klingon recruitment stuff. Sir, sensors are detecting Malon reinforcements on an intercept course. Well, it'll suck to be them then, won't it? Cloak up. Yeah, you guys do that. Battleship inbound. Well, we took these guys out pretty easily. I'm not too intimidated by a battleship. Let's get ready to choose the field of battle. Decloak. Open fire. And we'll put them in one place by making use of our tractor beam mines. Doesn't look like they're going to hold up very long, are they? That's a lot of broken ships. Let's see if they're more agreeable now.
Enough! You've ruined me, wrecked my ship. At least spare my life.
I'll be more than happy to, provided that, once again, you get out. Get out! Klingon diplomacy at its finest.
But the radiation is still around. Oh, what can we do? This would have been a perfect homeworld. But we can't live here if the radiation is going to affect the entire planet.
Yeah, we can take care of that. We can take care of that, right, Siege? Apparently, the answer is yes. So many little pockets. Okay, not so many, just 5, but still. And hopefully the Malon will be smart enough to stay away. Otherwise, we'll just have to, break more of their ships. Okay, I don't see anything that way, so that means there's a harvestable that way that's kind of hosing me. But it's out of my way, so I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not like Tillel, who was basically like, ooh, shiny hamster, must pick it up. I won't ignore if it's right in front of me, but I'm not going out of my way. And one more. And we will have a nice, reasonably radiation-free world where the Talaxians can settle down and build.
Thank you so much for all of your help. You are a true friend to me and to the Talaxian people. Your crew will always be welcome on Neutronium. And good luck in your voyages. I hope to see you again soon.
Success, Neelix! And thanks for the opportunity to beat up Kazon and these Malon guys. We'll be more. If you have any trouble, just call us. We'll be more than happy to smack them around again. We've completed our mission, sir. We can leave as soon as you're ready. I'm ready now. So let's hail Delta Command and let them know where things stand.
The Malons were causing problems? I'll make a note of that. Neelix has sent word that the migration of the Talaxians is going smoothly. We have sent several ships to ensure that they are protected from any more Malon incursions.
Excellent.
Our first venture into the Delta Quadrant appears to be a success, but we can't rest. There will be more challenges for us soon enough.
Alright, let's see about these rewards here, because we have some intriguing possibilities. Neutronium Alloy. Actually, we already have a Neutronium Alloy, so I really don't need the extra, especially since I've got stuff on my other consoles that do just fine. Okay, what about this field generator? Oh, I could use a field generator. I've got an old field generator that could really use the improvement. And as for the warheads, well, I kind of like to stick with, well, I do have, but that's Mark 10 too. It's ironic that I actually have copies of most of this stuff already. But we're going to go with the field generator here so I can get rid of that Mark IV bit of equipment.
Congratulations, General.
Well, if that isn't the sound of another promotion. Okay, got that installed. Excellent. Let's take a look at our skills. 1 skill point. So I'm kind of... What do we have here? No. We've got Warp Core, or we've got... okay, so it's +2 to all subsystems, or a bonus to anything that's below 75. Which, from the looks of it, is pretty much almost everything except weapons. Sure, we'll go with efficiency. Hopefully I won't be sorry about that later. Okay, now we really don't have a lot of time here to do another mission. And I did say that if time was available, we would try to get back to dealing with that one Delta Rising episode, sorry, one Solanate Dysosphere episode that we never actually completed, which is the tower control. So we're going to go ahead and take that, and we're going to zap ourselves there. And we'll see if we can't manage to get that mission out of the way and have that little spot unlocked on my Klingon receiver. It probably will take about this long to get it done. I'm not cynical or anything. This wasn't where I wanted to go. I thought I told it to go to Solanate, but I guess I hit Kanolan by accident. Delta Quadrant, Beta Quadrant. Okay, looks like I gotta do it the hard way. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Solanate. Okay, and I believe I want to go to the... Actually, I gotta go the hard way, don't I? I don't have an immediate shortcut to the space area of the contested zone, so we're going to have to... Whoa, man, talk about lag. That was just hideous. So the goal is to get all the way over to this area, the contested zone. In fact, let's... Okay, looks like I guess as long as I'm going in this direction, I'll end up there anyway. And once we're there, we're going to try to get to one of the 4 towers and do some damage. I need to wipe out... Okay, it's not actually telling me how many I have to wipe out right yet. I think it's going to be like 5 ships. And it's not as easy as you think because, well, for a single player, it's awfully rough. But if there's a lot of players, then getting credit for the kills will also be rough. I got someone picking on those Voth. We'll just let it fly. Into the minefield, where I've managed to dodge all the mines. Contested zone. And we're going to try to go to... Well, that's just great. All the towers are unoccupied. Well, I did say that kind of sucked. But but it might work in my favor. Once this overall control gets kicked over, an event should kick off, or we start blowing up a lot of ships. I think. I'm pretty sure. It's been a while. And then once that big event is done, this will all reset. Theoretically. Yeah, I believe it will be like 3 Voth ships making an attack or something like that. It really has been a while. A little more, a little more. Creep up a little more. Let's try to make sure I don't ram into anything. That'd be embarrassing. Ding, ding, ding! Voth fleet coming in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have these 4 dreadnought groups rolling in. And our goal is to blow them up. And I think there's one right now. There's 2 right now. Okay, cloak up. And I see that we've got people already engaging one of the citadels. And they're certainly capable of taking them out by themselves, I'm sure. Hit it a little too soon there. The ships are big enough that I thought I was actually closer. Whoa, what just happened there? Someone must have some sort of really catchy ability that kind of made it look Borgy. Oh, it must be that ship. It looks Borgish. Must be one of those lockbox ships. Oh my god, they've assimilated it. It's fighting for us. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, let's get a little closer to this guy so I can actually open up on him. Captain Kateng is trying to hail us. Well, he can... Oh, I got a mission thing going on here that could have... There's little pop-up missions that occur. But we're not interested in the pop-up missions. And the other 2 citadel... Okay, looks like someone's been doing some work because we're 3 groups down and... that just leaves 1 group left. And then it'll be our chance to try to get that tower taken down. The keyword, of course, being try. And we've already lost control of the front tower, so, you know, good times coming ahead. Oh, I'm still cloaked. No wonder I can't do anything. Duh. You know, this says we're still... Ah, okay. I'm looking at the wrong area. Or actually, no, I'm not. See, I'm going to have a hard time succeeding in this mission. I do get the reward for the incursion. And need to go relative north. So far, I've gotten no credit for any of the Voth that we've been fighting, and that's going to be the big problem here. Still, we're going to give it a try. This is the kind of thing that just illustrates how much I hate this mission. And it's a required mission to complete the arc and get what I need off of all that stuff, so clearly our situation is not great. Oh, I got 40%. Whoa, something good happened. %. Oh my god. We might have something going our way here. I'm not used to things going my way. That guy's a little too far away, I think. And that guy's going to be dead long before I get to him. Maybe not. No, I guess that was too far from the control area. I see Voth going over there. I should have stayed over there. Okay, so now it's a question of guessing where any reinforcements to the bad guys are going to go. And the front tower looks like it's going to be the spot. So we're going to try to get over there. And hopefully we'll get there in time for the festivities to begin. And I can get that last 20%. I feel like I got incredibly lucky on getting that 80. And I'm hoping that the luck holds. That said, there are people out there with some significantly better warp cores than mine. Although I do have respect for someone flying a Klingon vessel, so if I don't get it because of a fellow Klingon warrior, I can accept that. Yeah, surely this guy can't wipe them all out by himself. Fire everything! 90%. 100%. Solinate done. Oh, that was really surprising. Oh, of course, the downside is I've gotten the attention of the bad guys. I may have done too well. I've received reports that your efforts helped push the Voth back in the zone. Excellent work, General. We'll need you to keep supporting our efforts throughout the Dyson sphere. You've seen all the areas that are important to hold. We're trusting you to do what you can to help us destroy the Omega particles and prevent the Voth from using them against us. I can only be a poor imitation of Subcommander Cole's voice, who was really born to be a villain. He was robbed of his destiny. That's all I gotta say. Okay, let's head back out of this particular sphere, and while we're here, we'll see if we have any marauding assignments in this section. Of course not. Why would that be easy? Grumble, grumble, grumble. But we do have a couple of, extra issues to work with here. Not many, just a few. But I'll take them. I will take them. Everything else requires either officers I don't have or a heap of extra credits, which I also don't have. Personal. Nothing I can really work with here. And I don't think I'll have any recruiting assignments in here either. That's okay, though. That's okay. So we'll bap ourselves back to the Delta Quadrant. And we'll call it a night. I'd say this little adventure has worked out pretty well, hasn't it? We managed to deal with Tuvok's little mental problem. We took the Undine out of the conflict. And we even helped the Talaxians get a new home. And, oh yeah, we got to beat up a number of Undine, Malon, and Kazon ships. As far as I'm concerned, that makes it a damn good day to be a Klingon. But things will not get easier. Stay tuned for next week. Specifically, next Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern to approximately 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern, we will return to Star Trek Online, and there's a possibility that we will return to the character of Tellel to do the new episode that will be released with the 12th anniversary of Star Trek Online. Of course, if you can't stand the having to wait a whole week to hear me again, I stream Star Citizen on Saturday afternoons from 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern to approximately 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, whether you were here via the live broadcast, or if you're watching this video on demand, either on YouTube or on, here on Twitch. Thank you all for joining me. This is Korath Landwalker, signing off.